2018. Cristiano Ronaldo leaves Real Madrid, and suddenly, Europe's greatest football dynasty began to collapse.
So, who replaces me? We signed Hazard. We're finished. Pack it up. So what now? I got this. For almost a decade, football treated Karim Benzema like a side character. The quiet teammate, the helper, the guy standing next to Cristiano Ronaldo. But the second Ronaldo disappeared, everything changed. For years, Real Madrid looked unstoppable. Galacticos, Champions League titles every season, and they had superstars everywhere. But dynasties don't collapse when stars leave. They collapse when the warriors disappear. And maybe nobody represented that better than Karim Benzema. The player fans mocked ended up becoming the structure holding the entire empire together. Because when Ronaldo left, Madrid didn't lose goals, they lost control. And somehow, the quietest superstar in football became the most important man at the biggest club on earth. But behind the goals, behind the Ballon d'Or, behind the Champions League miracles, there was always another side to Benzema. Controversy, pressure, scandal, chaos. So the real question is this. Was Karim Benzema football's most misunderstood superstar, or one of the game's greatest surviving villains? Before the Ballon d'Or, before the controversies, there was Leon. Karim Benzema was one of France's brightest young talents. He had the movement of a striker, but the technique of a midfielder. Fans compared parts of his game to Brazilian Ronaldo. And by the age of 21, Real Madrid came calling. This was the beginning of football's newest super team. Benzema, Bale, and Cristiano Ronaldo would become one of the deadliest trios football had ever seen.
Let's kill him properly this time. You could not live with your own failure.
They dominated Europe, won Champions Leagues, and built a dynasty. But despite all the success, Benzema always felt different. He wasn't the superstar getting all the headlines. That was Cristiano. He wasn't the speed demon flying down the wing. That was Bale. And because of that, Benzema became the easy target. When Madrid struggled, fans blamed Benzema. When he missed chances, he got destroyed online. And for years, people accused him of being lazy, too casual, not clinical enough. Even some teammates believed he had another level he wasn't reaching. But while fans focused on goals, managers saw something completely different. A player willing to sacrifice himself for the team. A striker creating space for Ronaldo. A forward connecting the entire attack together. The problem was that kind of football intelligence doesn't always go viral. And then, football stopped being the only thing people talked about. Benzema was born in France, but his family roots came from Algeria. In interviews, he openly said Algeria remained close to his heart. And unlike many French players, he refused to sing the national anthem before matches. That decision created massive backlash inside France. Politicians criticized him, TV pundits attacked him, and fans began questioning his loyalty to the national team. To too many people, Benzema was no longer just a footballer. He became political. and things were only about to get worse. In 2010, Benzema became involved in a major media scandal alongside Frank Ribery. The case dominated headlines across France, and even though Benzema was eventually cleared, the damage to his public image had already been done. But then came the controversy that would completely change his career. The Matteo Valbuena
Matthew Valbuena.
blackmail case. In 2015, Benzema was arrested and accused of involvement in an attempted blackmail scheme targeting his France teammate Matteo Valbuena.
Matthew Valbuena.
The story exploded. France was shocked. Politicians commented publicly, and Benzema was suspended from the national team. Suddenly, one of France's greatest footballers had become the face of one of its biggest football scandals. And the timing couldn't have been worse. He missed Euro 2016, then France won the 2018 World Cup without him. While the country celebrated in Moscow, Benzema watched from home. For many fans, that felt like the end of his international career forever. But football has a strange way of rewriting stories. Because after years of criticism, after the scandals, after being pushed out of the French national team, Karim Benzema was finally left alone. No Cristiano Ronaldo, no safety net, no more excuses. No more excuses. And for the first time in his career, Real Madrid belonged to him. When Ronaldo left in 2018, most people thought Madrid's dynasty was finished. They had lost the greatest Champions League player ever, the man who guaranteed goals, the man who terrified Europe, and without him, people expected Real Madrid to collapse. But then, something unexpected happened. Benzema evolved. The same player fans once called overrated started carrying the biggest club in football. Against PSG, he refused to let Madrid die. Against Chelsea, he delivered one of the greatest Champions League performances of his career. And against Manchester City, he played with the confidence of a man who finally knew this was his team. He wasn't just scoring goals anymore. He became the leader, the finisher, the creator, the mentality monster. And by 2022, the football world had no choice left. They had to admit it. Karim Benzema was the best player on earth. He won the Ballon d'Or and completed one of football's greatest redemption arcs. And somehow the player we once mocked as Cristiano Ronaldo's sidekick ended up becoming a legend in his own right. But even then, the debates never truly stopped. Some fans still saw controversies, others saw survival, some saw arrogance, others saw greatness. And maybe that's why Karim Benzema's story still matters, because it was never simple. He wasn't the perfect hero, but he also wasn't the fraud people claimed he was. He was something far more complicated, a football superstar constantly balancing greatness with chaos. And maybe that's exactly why football will never stop arguing about him.